Lincoln Mccurdy is the president of the Turkish Coalition of America. President Obama today in Turkey to speak shortly, as a matter of fact, in Ankara, Turkey. What's significant about this visit of an American president to Turkey?
Well, good morning, Bill. Yes, it is very significant, and it's very historical. First time a U.S. president is visiting a Muslim country in such an early time of his administration. And this shows the importance of the U.S.-Turkish relationship.
He is going to speak. In fact, we hope that sometime during this half hour, maybe able to drop in and take a listen to what he has to say. What are you, as part of the Turkish coalition, hoping to hear from the president?
Again, emphasizing the values that both Turkey and the United States share, stressing the common elements between the two countries, praising Turkey for its accomplishment of establishing a secular democracy, and as a Muslim country, this is a major achievement. And talking about how the U.S. and Turkey be working together in trying to establish the stability, prosperity in that part of the world.
Tell us a little bit about Turkey. How many people in Turkey? How many citizens? And what sort of is it a member of the EU? Is it a member of NATO?
Turkey has a population of over 72 million, maybe as high as 75 now. It is a member of NATO. It's been a member of NATO since the early 1950s. It's a candidate for the EU, and hopefully in the next few years it will become a member of the EU.
You pointed out that you said that they have a secular democracy. Is this the only secular democracy of a Muslim country?
Yes.
There's a picture this morning in the paper of the today's Washington Post, as a matter of fact. Among the protests that will greet the president, there is a picture here of Uncle Sam with President Obama's face, and the sign features the typical slogan, "Yankee go home." The poster also features a shoe stuck on the end of a pole saying, "Obama is coming, prepare your shoes." What sort of reception do you think the president will get, aside from some protesters? How does the current government, for example, view the president?
Oh, enthusiasm really across the country. In government circles, on the street, in the universities. Yes, you have some protesters, as you had in Europe, but this is a very small minority.
Wilson, Lincoln Mccurdy with us until 8 o'clock Eastern to take your questions on U.S.-Turkish relations and the president's visit. Let's go to Willow Grove in Pennsylvania on a Republican line. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine, thanks.
I'm not sure. Was Turkey involved with Germany during World War I or World War II? Were they an ally of Germany, Nazi Germany?
The Ottoman Empire was an ally of Germany during World War I. In World War II, Turkey was neutral and declared war against Germany in January 1945.
Bethesda, Maryland, next caller for Lincoln Mccurdy. Hi.
Hello.
Morning.
I wanted to ask about a historical connection that exists between Turkey and the United States. We know that the founding fathers found inspiration from Turkey, and there seems to be a very close link between the U.S. Constitution and a civilization that existed in Anatolia. Could you please elaborate on that?
Yes, it's interesting. In what is now Turkey, Anatolia, the foundation of the U.S. Constitution or representative government had its origins in the Lycian League, which is on the Mediterranean coast. And the parliament building used by the Lycians is based on of the U.S. Congress today. And our founding fathers had made reference, James Madison and Alexander Hamilton have made reference to the Lycian League when the drafting of the Constitution.
What year would this have been, this Lycian League?
I believe it was 400, 300 BC.
What's your connection to Turkey? You're president of the Turkish Coalition of America.
I've been involved with Turkey for over 30 years. I was most fortunate of serving in the Foreign Commercial Service in Istanbul in the 1980s. I was the commercial officer at the U.S. Consulate General. in Istanbul. And then upon my return to the United States, I was involved in forming a trade organization that promoted trade between Turkey and the United States. And then 3 years ago, I've been fortunate to work with other Turkish Americans in establishing the Turkish Coalition of America.
How strong is the commercial, the economic relationship between the two countries?
Well, Turkey is one of the few countries where the United States has a favorable balance of trade. And Turkey, being the 17th largest economy in the world, there's a lot of demand for U.S. products.
Let's hear from Middletown, New Jersey. Good morning, Republican caller.
Hi, good morning. I wanted to get Mr. Mccurdy's views on the Armenian genocide, and specifically statements made by presidents over the past 20 or so years talking about a campaign of race extermination and how 1.5 million Armenians were killed during the Ottoman Empire, and how he would respond to that and what sort of statement he expects from President Obama come April 24th.
That part of history was most tragic. World War I destroyed the old world order, and you had the Ottoman Empire falling apart, Central Authority fell apart. You had invasions by Russians, French, and British troops into Anatolia, and tragically hundreds of thousands of people were perished, Christians, Muslims alike. The Armenians did suffer a major tragedy. Our hearts out for them. But I also like to point out that hundreds of thousands of Muslims, Turkish Muslims in particular, perished. And I would hope that our elected officials would acknowledge tragedies on all sides that occurred in that period, and try to encourage Turkey and Armenia in particular to talk about it, to research it, and to basically establish a base for greater cooperation for the present day and the future.